While attempting to defend our laxed gun laws in the United States, Tucker Carlson tried to make a point about how the gun buyback proposals would lead to a violent situation in America. Let's see what he has to say.
Now, you will hear propagandists, and you often do hear propagandists, describe that as a gun buyback. But that's nonsense, of course. Americans didn't buy their guns from the government in the first place. They're not buying them back. This is gun confiscation. It's nothing but that. It's an attempt to eliminate a constitutional right that a ruling class finds inconvenient. It won't reduce gun violence. In fact, sending armed authorities door to door to seize people's lawfully owned weapons is itself a surefire recipe for causing violence. So if you cared about America and the people who live here, you would not suggest that. Has also called for gun confiscation. So this is what you're calling for is civil war. What you're calling for is an incitement to violence, is something that I wouldn't want to live here when that happened, would you?
So offering to pay American citizens for their guns, which is what a gun buyback program is what dumb Tucker Carlson compares to civil war.
Well, no, it's actually far worse than that, because I'm going to read you this sentence and let's all together think about what he's implying here. And you just saw it in the video with your own eyes. He said, in fact, sending armed authorities, that would be the police, door to door to seize people's lawfully owned weapons is a surefire recipe for causing violence.
And let me be clear, no one has proposed that. No one, not a single person has proposed that armed authorities show up to, law-abiding citizens' homes to confiscate their guns. No one has proposed that, period.
And so first of all, the gun buyback program is you get paid and you return the weapons, as happened in Australia. But even if someone did propose that, wait, Tucker, are you saying that your audience should shoot the cops?
Yep.
Because you're saying if the police show up to their doors for a buyback program, in your view of the buyback program, you're saying it's a recipe to cause violence. Why? I've heard on Fox News 1,000 times, why don't you just listen to the cops? There wouldn't be any problem if you just listened to the cops. You're selling loose cigarettes, not on that day, but why didn't you just listen to the cops? You wouldn't have been choked to death if you hadn't listened. Why did you struggle with the cop in Missouri? You would, if you just listened to the cop, it would have been fine. Now, in this case, they're saying, no, if a cop comes to my house and wants to offer me money for a property that I have, I'm gonna murder him. I'm gonna start a civil war. We're gonna shoot my audience is gonna shoot all the cops. And that's why we would have violence in a civil war, because the cops didn't come to shoot you. They came, even in your scenario, to buy back your weapon and offer you remuneration for it, money for it, right? But Tucker goes, no, obviously conservatives would try to murder the cops.
Yeah, so remember, blue lives only matter to conservatives when they want to defend cops who have shot and killed unarmed black people, period. That's the only time blue lives matter. Because the shooting that just happened in Odessa, Texas, claimed the lives of a state trooper and also 2 police officers. And here you have the right wing who claim they care about the lives of these police officers saying, no, we don't want to do anything that would protect these individuals from future shootings. Yeah. That's what they're saying.
And last thing about the implications of this is, look, cops don't start civil wars. And right or wrong, if you want to do disobedience of cops, you're the one instigating. The cop is theoretically enforcing the law. Even in a situation like in the civil rights movement, where the cops actually were the ones in the wrong legally, they were against federal laws. Nonetheless, the left in this country proved how they take action there. They did civil disobedience that was nonviolent. They were willing to be hit. They were willing to take a cavalry charge in Selma, Alabama. They got attacked in 1,000 different ways, completely unjustly, but they did it nonviolently and they won. The right wing, the minute someone says a proposal that they don't agree with, they go, civil war! We're gonna cause violence and shoot all the authorities. Okay, well, gee, I wonder which one's the violent one. Couldn't quite tell until Tucker did that Fox News segment. By the way, we could tell they're the ones committing nonstop massacres and encouraging that kind of violence. And Tucker just did it, and you saw it with your own eyes. So it's not the cops threatening violence, it's not the left threatening violence, it's Tucker Carlson and the right wing threatening a civil war and is shooting all the cops. And by the way, I got my Second Amendment rights against an oppressive government. Oppressive government, and then what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna shoot all the cops, you're gonna shoot the military, you're gonna go hide in the woods and murder as many cops as you can? Because that's why you wanna keep your guns? Let's just be clear what you mean, because that's the clear implication.
The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.